All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday, 21st, right?
Yep.
I'm here with a couple of my friends. Ben Bryant on my right, Michael Moeller on my left. How you guys doing this morning?
Us?
Yeah.
It's been a long weekend.
Had a long weekend,
We're
right?
doing good though.
Yeah, we're doing all right. How about you, Michael? Ready to go home?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
It's been a good weekend.
Yeah, we kicked around about 9 of us here, I think, for the weekend, and just a group of guys that decided to get together and try to work on leveling one another up and working together. And Bubba was Bubber. He says I say Bubber, but I don't say Bubber. Dude. Bubba Hogan was instrumental in making this happen, and I offered up camp as a place to do it. And one of the his thought process is he wanted to have a couple of younger guys involved, and that's you guys for a couple of reasons. He saw a lot in you guys in your own respective businesses that led him to say, I want to pour into these guys. So let's get these guys involved, and at the risk of scarring them emotionally for the weekend, bring you up and have fun and maybe just bang around a little bit, have fun together. So Wendy is here. Good morning, Wendy. Bubba is here. Good morning, Michelle Bunker. We just sent Mark back your way.
It's a good thing too.
Yeah. Ben's like, I feel better now that Mark's gone. Yeah, Touring Man is here. Good to see you guys. Pop in the chat. How are you doing on a scale of 1 to 10? I figured we just take a few minutes and chat with these guys about what this weekend meant to them, what they're taking away from it, okay, and where we go from here. So we're frozen, Dave says. Dave, that happened with you the other day. Are we frozen, anyone? Good morning from the other side of the room, Richard. Richard, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I got the microphone.
Okay, it's not frozen though, right? Yeah, Dave, I don't know if it's your connection or what, but yeah. I guess I'll just start with this, and we'll start with Ben. I'm just going to fire some questions at you guys, and I think this might be good. Maybe we can inspire some other people to get a group together and hang out and get better. Ben, I'll ask you, what was one moment from the weekend that kind of stuck with you, or hit you hard, or was kind of a realization? Anything come to mind?
I think just being able to be with so many other people who've been there, done that, and be able to see where I can go and where I can take things.
Sure.
I was really excited to see that and experience that for myself.
Yeah, cool. How about you, Michael?
I believe the one thing that. Repeat the question. Sorry.
What are you taking away from it? Is there
weekend.
any kind of moment where you're like, oh, well, I'm glad I came, or I hadn't really thought about that way, or kind of change how you think about something?
Gotcha. So, when we first got here, there's a cabin and a bunkhouse, and I was looking around the cabin, and I'm like, well, where am I going to sleep? And they took me down to the bunkhouse, and so no electricity, no heat, no nothing. And I think last night it was like 30 something degrees, and so I was kind of worried about that. But me and Ben, we were stuck in the bunkhouse down there, and just the conversations that we had probably wouldn't have been had if we were up here with everybody else. And so that's something that'll forever, be with me.
Yeah, good stuff. Bubba says peanut butter cup s'mores, best part of the weekend. Michelle was gonna make chicken. I don't know. That's not what she told us. Yeah. So okay, let's flip it around. What do you feel like you're leaving behind, or what do you feel like you're taking home, Ben? What are you taking away from the weekend?
I feel like anytime I get together with high-level people like this, it's a smaller mindset that I'm leaving behind, because I've just expanded my mindset and my viewpoint, and can see so much more ahead of me.
That's great. Guys, these guys, what are you, 27?
Yes, sir.
These guys are half the age of everybody that was here. I think, other than maybe Matt Blood's giving me the evil eye. But yeah, how about you, Michael? What do you feel like that, you're either taking away from here or leaving behind?
Definitely leaving behind the thought process of, putting too much stock in what people think of me. That's been a big problem in my life, and just some conversations that I've had this week have really helped me with that.
Nice. Ben, what surprised you about this weekend? Anything?
I think just all the different ways of doing things.
Yeah.
Like there's so many different ways of doing things and doing it right. It just has to be done.
Love it. How about you?
The different personalities of everybody here.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You get to know people a little bit, right?
That was definitely surprising.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Yeah. You coming away with any commitments, any new commitments? Say, hey, I'm going to do this differently on Monday as a result of being here this weekend?
Living even more intentionally, because being the youngest here, everyone's talking about spend time with your grandkids,
right.
Spend time their last times, because they're talking about, 10 years from now,
sure,
might not be around anymore. And that's just very sobering. And so to make the most of where I am right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How about you, Bubba? I mean, Michael. I was reading Bubba's comment. Bubba, you're screwing me up.
A little Bubba here or something.
Mini Bubba.
No, definitely what Ben said, that really stuck with me as well. But, something personal is that not putting so much stock in what people think, and to really be intentional with that, not just, think about it this weekend and then, when I get back home, it never happened kind of thing. I'm going to be intentional with making sure that it sticks with me.
Yeah. Here's a question. We talked about legacy a lot this weekend. When Bubba first wanted to get this group together, he was, we kicked around some things about kind of living your legacy and all the things that go with that. Talked a little bit about that this weekend. What does legacy mean to you, Ben?
I think legacy means, I used to think it meant whatever that one line was on your tombstone.
Right.
But it's really, what do people say about you now? And I want that to be how people remember me now.
Sure. How about you, Michael?
Yeah. I want something that I'm talked about while I'm alive, not when I'm gone.
There you go.
I want to make a difference.
Make a difference. Yeah. These guys are having these, I'll say revelations at 27 years old. Think about what you were doing at 27 years old. Were you hanging around with a bunch of guys twice your age and having them say, hey, watch out for that pothole. Don't do that. Don't do that. Was there a fear or a lie that you confronted this weekend in any way about yourself?
It might just, I'm not sure if there's a direct fear or a lie that I confronted, but it's really just maybe just really opening up my mind to the possibilities out there.
Sure.
I can have such a small, closed-in mindset for what I know, but I expanded what I know this weekend.
Nice. How about you?
Just that, I don't have to keep stuff to myself.
Yeah.
I have a tribe here. I have all these guys, and that, are going through a lot of the same stuff that, they've either gone through it or are going through it. And I don't have to keep that stuff to myself. I don't have to go through it alone.
Yeah, exactly. How have these guys, there's 8 or 9 guys here this weekend, how has being around guys that, doubled up in your age, changed how you see yourself, if at all?
You guys are looking through a different lens. You're looking through a lot of it, like from experiences. You're looking in the past. And so just taking that perspective of that to change my future instead of just letting life happen as it is.
There you go. Yeah. How about you?
Being intentional about my future.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of stories from y'all about, not in all things, but you wish you would have changed this one thing to change your trajectory.
Right.
And I'm able to do that.
Yeah.
And so that's what I got.
What would you say to a guy your age that might be watching this and, what would you want someone to take away from this video if they spent the time watching it?
I would say I don't know anything. I don't know anything at all. And so
We didn't tell him.
Unprompted.
We tear them down, then build them back up.
It's kind of a common theme this
Yeah.
weekend. Just tear you down.
Build you back up. All out of love.
I don't know anything. I really don't. And so just learn, because it's just having an open mind is how you're going to get the answers. Having all the answers is how you're not going to have any of the answers.
Right. Yeah. How about you?
I was so into that question in these comments. What was the question again?
If there was a young guy watching this, some guy your age that was watching this and said, "Man, that's kind of cool," what would you want him to know?
Find your tribe and dig into it. Don't just take, give back. What you have to say is valuable, no matter if you think it is or not. Somebody will get something out of it.
Michael, best moment of the weekend.
I'm gonna have to say the s'mores down at the fire pit, not necessarily because of the s'mores, but they were really good. I give it that. But just the conversations.
Conversations over s'mores, right?
Yes, sir.
How about you?
So every morning, afternoon here, we'd all head down to the water, sit on the edge, and it's just like sitting there, not talking half the time, and it was just the quiet moments is really calming to me.
Yeah, and it's something like it's kind of maybe just what we all needed. How would you describe this weekend in one word?
Insightful.
Michael?
Well, I got two.
Okay.
Eye-opening.
Eye-opening. Yeah, love it. What was your most uncomfortable moment here?
Don't mention any names.
Bunker, you better shut off your phone.
My friend Tim Catroni, he's always very, very pressuring on me to do the best at whatever I'm doing. And so he was asking me some very, very uncomfortable questions, not to make me uncomfortable, but because he wanted me to become better.
Yeah.
And it really means a lot to me for someone to make me feel uncomfortable, because it's in my best intention.
Tim has a way of helping you want more for yourself, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah. Michael, how about you?
Yeah, it was the fire pit talks, down there.
Yeah.
You just kind of had to be there to feel the emotions and everything that was going on.
Yeah.
And, the questions that were asked, they were very uncomfortable in a good way. They you don't grow in comfortable situations.
Yeah. Yes, Mark, we miss you. I see your comment. Was there for you, Ben, of all the people here, who impacted you most on the weekend?
I would probably say it'd have to be Tim Catroni.
Yeah, 100%, right?
Yep.
How about you?
I'm gonna say it was Ben. He had some conversations with me that really helped me, and I will never forget those conversations.
It's cool. So pretty good stuff, guys. Kind of a legacy weekend here at camp in Island Falls. A little bit different twist on today's live. Wendy says Tony Catroni. She calls Tim Tony Catroni. Uncle Tim's the GOAT. Yeah, we had some guys here that everybody just pitched in. Richard Nordheim just locking down the kitchen, making things happen. Dan Bennett just taking care of whatever needs taken care of. I literally didn't do a dish, didn't cook a thing, haven't cleaned anything. These guys, I felt like I was somewhere where I was at someone else's place. So thank you guys for doing that. You're all welcome back anytime other than Bubba. And it just went great. Matt Blood rolled in about 10 o'clock on Friday night. It was a surprise. These guys didn't know he was coming, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, so anyway, let's wrap it up. But I'll ask you before we go, legacy in one sentence.
Legacy in one sentence is living your best life now.
Michael's gonna check GPT.
Yeah. How about you? No pressure, but your mom's watching.
Yeah, no
He's
kidding.
waiting on chat GPT to respond.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I haven't really thought about that.
Legacy
I
in
mean,
one sentence. Yeah. Is it you view it as something that you want to leave behind? You want to leave with people? You want what do you want people to say about you? Say when you're my age, even
Mm-hmm.
get the peanut gallery in the back.
I don't know, something to give my best while I'm alive.
There you go.
To give
Yeah. For me, it's impact. You know, I just want to be able to have impact. When I had people that worked for me and with me, I would say, no matter how long you're here, I want you to walk away and be able to say I was fair.
Yeah.
And I figured if everybody could say, you may not like what you're going to hear, but take it with you and go and do something with it. So, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. This is Ben Bryant. He's from Kansas. Inside joke all weekend. And this is Michael Moeller. I met Michael in Memphis last year and his folks, and these guys run their own businesses. They're doing the thing. So it just goes to show you that if you're putting one foot in front of the other and trying to do right by people, keep pressing forward, be kind, don't get caught up in the minutia, and don't be spreading hate and discontent, and get around the right people, get in the right rooms. And you know, we like to think that we're in the right room together, right? And we don't have all the answers, but we're at least trying to help others along the way, reach back, help somebody up. When you get there, it's lonely at the top if you get there. And I'll say this, I guess I'll close with this. These guys, each individually in their own way, have thanked me this weekend for the time here and being able to come. And my quick response to that is that nothing this special is special if I can't share it with someone. So that's been a huge thing for me to just kind of step off to the side a couple times this weekend and just watch you guys enjoy it in your own way, making connections, hanging out. We took a short hike together and people kind of grouped up and shot the shit. And that's where the growth is. So I hope you guys have had fun. I'm glad you came. We'll get with the committee and see if we, let you back next year. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot. Michael, I appreciate you. Ben, thanks a lot, guys. Lifelong friendships built this weekend. If you have an opportunity to do something like this, do it. If you don't, then create it. Okay. This has been the hashtag Live 365. Took a little bit of a diversion from our normal today. Guys, share it out. Share it out. These guys, these are good cats right here doing good things. And we appreciate you both.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, thank you. Guys, we're wrapping it up here in Island Falls. Get the studio set back up in Windham, Maine tomorrow. Back to the real world, as they say. Would you live here if you could?
Not in Maine. No.
Well, we got heat in here. Yeah, guys, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon. Tomorrow, same time, same station. Later.